Hello there. Hope you're as excited as we are to be back on HIRA with Ruby Gyang. My name is Ruby Gyang, and I'm equally thrilled to be back in your homes and on your screens today. We have made a great show for you that will keep you glued to your seats because you are not expecting what we have for you on the show today. So sit down, relax as you come back for your thrill on HIRA with Ruby Gyang. See you when we come back. Today, we will be opening up on the topic financial independence for women in northern Nigeria. And we have two seasoned financial and business experts to broaden our knowledge on how to become financially free as women and generally as individuals. So don't miss this opportunity of learning how not to be broke. We'll be right back. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about financial independence for women in northern Nigeria. Our guest today is Mrs. Leah Katum Babatunde. She is a journalist, a public administrator, and a fellow of the International Monetary Fund, IMF. She has traveled around the world covering international events. Leah Katum Babatunde is a lovely wife and a mother. Ma'am, thank you for being on our show.
Thank you for having me.
You look fabulous.
Thank you, and you too.
We're twinning, we're doing the red lipstick.
Oh, I'm a red lipstick person.
Right? Hi, Sanuma.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so before we jump into the topic of the day, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, let me try and make it simple. As simple as I can.
Yes.
I was born in Zaria.
Me too.
Yeah, I was born in Zaria, and my dad was military.
Okay.
Then the interesting twist, he left the military and became a lecturer. So we moved to Gelesu.
Wow.
Yes, so I basically had my formative years in Gelesu.
Okay.
Then, of course, after the 22 crisis, when we lost him, we had to move back to the barracks again, and then started a new phase of life. So I schooled all through in Zaria, from Depot Nursery and Primary School to ABU Staff School to FGC Zaria, back to ABU, and had all my degrees there.
Okay.
So, and of course, I didn't tell you this also. I actually practiced martial arts. So.
Oh my word! Which specific one? Wow.
Karate.
Karate.
Yes.
Do you still?
Not
practice?
anymore, of course. Not anymore.
But if anybody tries to mess with you, you can put them
I'll give
down.
it back.
Hey, I love it. I love it. So, interesting enough, we talked on another episode about the need for women to actually take martial arts. So let's just kind of detour into this a little bit. Why? Why? This is really interesting.
Okay, I had so much energy, and then I got into the university. I was the youngest in my class. And then,
How old were you?
I was 17.
Wow.
Then I had a lot of, you get, let's just be honest,
Yes.
there's the stories of the harassments and this and that. So I just had to just focus somewhere to know that I could defend myself, and
I love
that
this.
was
So
it,
was there a
yeah.
time where that training was tested? Was there a time where you actually had to use it to defend yourself?
Yes.
Wow.
I was kidnapped 2002
My
in
gosh.
Benin.
Wow.
Yeah, I was kidnapped in a bus.
Okay.
Yeah.
My goodness. So you fought your way out of it? How did that happen? Or-
Yeah.
Okay.
I think just the boldness made them
Yes.
I didn't just shout.
So this
I
one day,
just-
Chris.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
At the point, they said I wasn't supposed to be talking, but I was asking questions, and they said I was bad market. So they dropped me off.
Okay. Fantastic. Journalism. How did you go into it?
Yeah, perfect. My parents, of course, they're both educationists. So growing up, like, I had always known I was going to be a journalist from primary 4. By SS3, we were the lucky set, the 98 set, I went to university straight from secondary school. So as at that time, we were writing jam. I knew my subjects.
Yes.
I knew everything. I just targeted them. So by the time I got to the university, I was telling myself, okay, let me just do print, because I actually just wanted to write. I was writing a lot, and I still write a lot. And my lecturer then, Madam Ladi, she just came one day, she had me speak. I said, come here. What are you majoring in? I told her, I said, no, I said I'm in print. She said, what? What are you doing there? You're in the wrong direction. We're going to reroute you. Let's take you to the HOD and change your courses immediately. So she converted me to broadcasting.
My goodness.
And by 2000, I was going for IT. And I went to Lagos first. Lagos didn't work out. She said, you know what, let me send you to Kaduna. I will send you to NTA.
This same woman?
Yeah, she said, you might not like it, but let's just take you there. So she sent me to NTA Kaduna and sent me to Malam Yunusa with a note. And the man says they don't have a space, that they are filled up. And then I said, I'm not going anywhere. And I think he was just shocked that, look at this one. How old are you? I said, I'm 19.
What?
He said, you're not going anywhere. I said, I'm not going anywhere. You take me or I don't go anywhere.
Wow.
He said, you have to leave. I just sat down there and started making a scene. In fact, I acted drama. I cried. I said, I'm not going anywhere. The man said, let them not say he's molesting anybody's child.
Yeah.
Please, admin, Hajia, come and accommodate her. And that was how they accommodated me.
That is incredible.
Yeah, they accommodated me there. And I went for NYSC after graduation and came back. But of course, during NYSC, and this is what another thing I want to share with you.
Yeah.
A lot of women lose their confidence when things happen to them.
Okay. What kind of things?
I was in an accident and I sustained multiple fractures, about 17, this whole right side. So if you look at my face deeply, you're going to see it there.
What?
Yes. And so when I came back and out of that first lack of confidence, I went to look for a radio job. I went to KSMC.
You didn't want to be on TV?
Yes, I was healing. I went to KSMC, but there I learned how to use the microphone.
Okay.
First things, I learned how to use the mic, learned how to work on my voice and some other things. And of course, I was the first of so many there as well. And just one day, the lady on the business news was ill. I was actually a sports anchor.
Okay.
So she took ill and couldn't make it to work. I decided to come and fill in for her.
Yeah. Had you had any experience in
No
that?
experience at all.
Okay.
So I just started searching and did a script. And by the next day, they were drafting me to the business desk. Hello, I don't like maths.
Yeah.
So, I don't like numbers. Why are you sending me there? Let me speak English. I just flew. But they said, no, we have to get you there. We were there.
Okay.
And that was how I just started this business journey.
So that's how you found yourself in the business journalism arm.
Yes.
You know, there's something that keeps going through my mind in terms of the audacity, the confidence, the self-esteem. What was your family situation like? Like, where did that come from? Where does that
My
confidence-
dad was a very stubborn man.
Yeah.
And I give that to him. And growing up, I heard him say, if you're going to die for the truth, and you are the only one who knows is the truth, you die for it.
Wow.
And I was going to the farm with him at 6. So by 8, I was already supervising the farmers. So basically, I knew how to work on the farm.
So your father really believed in empowering his girls.
Yes.
That was a very key. There was no
They thought I was
demarcation
going
in
to
that.
come a boy. Then I came a girl.
Yeah. Your story is just inspiring me. I'm sitting here listening to it.
And I'm
a
just
fan
blushing.
Of your dad. I'm a fan of your dad. You know, I'm
He's
just
been dead
really,
32
Oh my
years,
goodness.
thereabouts.
I'm still a fan of him post-mortem. Right now, we're going to go on a break. You know, when we come back, we'll still be talking with our guest, Mrs. Leah Katum Babatunde. Stay tuned. Welcome back. We're still here talking on financial independence for women in northern Nigeria, and our guest is here with us, Mrs. Leah Katung Babatunde. So, ma'am, you know, you're business and financial journalist, right? Culturally, right, here, that the notion of being very submissive to your spouse as a woman is very strong, right?
Yeah.
How does a woman attain financial independence while there's this cultural norm, or this, would I call it a barrier or whatever, to that said financial independence? What can she do?
Firstly, you dialogue with your partner,
Okay.
and make him see reason. You will definitely know his pain codes.
Okay,
one
yeah,
way or the other.
true.
Yeah, when he's make him see reason, and there are lots of businesses you don't need to go out to do. Let me tell you, when my dad died,
Yes.
hunger almost killed us. So,
Okay.
yes, because he had spoiled my mom silly, and then it dawned on her that she had multiple school fees to pay, and she was all alone.
Wow. How many?
We were 4.
Okay.
We were 4, and so you can imagine 2 in a federal school, 1 in a military school. So it was something else for her.
Yes.
And so we grew up seeing she started selling things inside the house.
Okay.
So we were helping her to sell. Then I started farming the back of the house.
Wow.
Where
Just
we're
for
in
food
military
to eat
school,
in the
yes,
house.
for food.
Okay.
And anything she says, let's sell, we'll sell. So I grew up already a trader.
Yes. You know, I want to
And
talk.
yes, I do adashi.
Yes, I want to bring that back, because it's a how, you know, I with what you do, obviously there's access to data, you know, and all of this. How have you seen Adashi empower women?
Yes.
First, please define Adashi first for our viewers, and then
Yes. Adashi, we call it adashi now, sir.
okay.
If you go to the Yorubas, they will call it ajo. I can't remember what the Igbos call it.
There's one. Is it
Esusu? All of them.
Yeah.
There's the Esusu is the one that you drop every month.
Okay.
But the adashi ajo, that's the monthly contribution.
Okay.
So we gather this amount of money and give this person this month. Next month, we gather this amount of money. Some do it on weekly basis.
Okay.
Yes, some do it weekly.
Wow.
Some do it bi-weekly. It depends on the carrying capacity and what the people involved want.
Yes.
So I want to start a business and I need a capital.
Yeah.
And I'm not getting it from the banks. Then I'll join Adashi now.
This interview is more than just an interview. It's a masterclass. You know, your story is just so inspiring. I am going to take a lot out of it to practicalize. You know, I just feel like I've been getting a tap on the back and saying, listen, go out and do more. There actually are more opportunities available to us. And we really hope that this will translate to our audience as well, that they will take this information and use it to better their lives. All right now we're going to go on a break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're still talking with our guest, Mrs. Leah Katung Babatunde. But right now, we're going to do something. What we do is that we send one of our journalists out into the streets to kind of talk to people about our topics of the day. So we're going to check out our Vox Pop HIRA streets. Let's.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to HIRA Streets. I am Pipa, and on today's episode, we're talking about women and their money. We're currently in Wuse 2, in the heart of Abuja. We're trying to get into the minds of the people to get their opinions. Kuzomuche, let's chat on HIRA Streets. Should a woman have her own money?
Of course, a woman should have her own money.
Very well, a woman should have her own money.
It's important, very important.
I feel a woman should actually have her own money so she won't be that dependent on someone else.
Respect.
Not necessarily waiting for the man to be around before she can do some little things.
All the time he comes back home, responsibility comes. She brings her own family problem, other things like that. But when she has her own money, at least she can help you in some other aspects.
This is joy you get when you just have your money.
A joint account with your husband, I would say that depends on the woman.
For me, I wouldn't want to have a joint account with my husband.
As a married woman, I can't have a joint account with my husband.
But as for me, I don't know if I'm going to yet, but if I will have a joint account with my husband, I'll have a private account also.
Running a joint account with my husband, I don't have a problem with it because he's a man that understands me.
Even if I'm doing that, I'm still going to have a personal account.
It has a backlash effect when there is no understanding and trust.
Should a woman ask her husband before spending money on her family?
It depends on the agreement, the understanding between the man and his wife.
I wouldn't follow that perspective. I won't follow that.
The woman should get permission from the husband.
It is my money. You can't tell me how to spend it.
If she has her own business and she is entitled to her own income, of course, it does not necessarily mean that she must get approval before she can. After all, it's her own money.
So should a woman resign her job because of marriage?
If he's going to be paying me, I'm going to resign.
Of course, no.
My husband got a job here, and I was also working there. But since it's not a government job, I had to resign.
You're opening a very good avenue for your husband to insult you.
If the understanding is there, she can. But it's a difficult decision, but it's impossible.
Who likes stress?
If the financial strength is not that strong, it's weak. I definitely refuse to agree with that. Yes. Because you will just die before your time.
So we have heard from the streets, and it was quite an interesting topic for us today. Should women have their own money? And I would also like to hear from you at home or wherever you may be. The question for you today is, should a woman be self-sufficient financially? Should a woman be dependent on a man? Should a woman be dependent regardless of her being married or not? And we're talking about her being dependent financially. So you can follow us on our socials at HIRA with Ruby Gyang. And it's a wrap from me from the streets today. Now go there, so say Anjuma.
With the bank account situation, what do you think is the wisest or just the smartest decision?
Well, the smartest decision can never work for everybody. Okay. It all depends on your scenario and your peculiarities.
Okay.
Yes, like I, for one, I think I practically run all the accounts in my house. My husband trusts me that much to stay, and of course, everybody knows everybody's pain.
Wow, that's incredible. Thank you so much for honoring our invitation. Thank you for sharing your experience, your expertise, your knowledge. It has really been impactful. All right, this has been a fantastic conversation. I'm sure it has been informative, educative, entertaining as promised. Stay tuned for more. She is passionate about helping millennials and Gen Zs become the best version of themselves through her work. Christine, welcome to HIRA with Ruby Gyang.
Thank you, Ruby. It's great to be here.
You look fantastic. Like top to bottom is the monochrome, from the lips to the dress to the shoes. You came ready.
Yes, so
and you're repping our colors.
Yes, please.
Thank you for being on our show. Really excited. I'm really excited to talk to you. So before we launch into the heavy stuff, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you became this person.
Okay, so I am many things, but one thing that I know about myself is that I'm very passionate about what I do. And I'm very passionate about helping other young people, become the best versions of themselves. And I believe that because finances are something that we don't talk enough about, I believe that this is an aspect that if we get right, we will get the other aspects of our lives right. And so for me, it was a very terrible personal experience with, my finances that led me to become passionate about wanting to help others get their finances right.
Can you share with us a little bit, if you can, about that, what that experience was?
Of course. So I started business at a very early age, at the age of 10.
What?
Started making my own money. And, growing up...
What were you doing?
Okay, so I've done a lot of things.
At 10, what were you doing?
My first business was started selling sandwiches and zobo, during break in school.
To your classmates?
Yes. And then I moved up to, making beads and making, bookmarkers and, gift cards. And, stepped up to, bigger stuff.
Yeah.
Right? And I realized at a point, that was about 4 years ago, that I was making a lot of money. Income was coming in from, various businesses. But I was always in debt. I was always broke.
Wow.
And I was just wondering, how is it that I make so much money, but I'm always broke?
Yeah.
And then I'm still owing people. At that age, I have no child to take care of. I was on a scholarship in school, so it's not like I had any serious obligations. And that was when I realized there was a problem. And I began to, actually learn about, what my problem was at first, and then how I could fix it. And when my finances were fixed, I'm like, no, there's so many people that need to know. So sometimes it's not just about the fact that you're making money. You could be making money, but you're not spending it properly. You're not keeping it and you're not multiplying it. And there's a problem.
Our focus is women in northern Nigeria, right? What are some of the peculiarities when it comes to women and money in this space that you've noticed?
So the first thing I would say I have noticed is that women in northern Nigeria haven't grown up in a society where money is talked about a lot. So there is that gap.
Okay.
We don't have enough money conversations.
Why do we need to talk about money? Why
we
is it
need to
important?
talk about money because, first of all, money affects every area of your life. Everyone needs financial literacy.
Yeah.
As I said, it's a skill, and a skill is something you can learn.
Yeah, with time,
So
practice.
nobody is born financially literate. Not even the rich and wealthy that you see today. We're born financially literate, but it's something you can learn. It's something you can learn. And once you begin to learn and you get that knowledge, you begin to know, okay, this is what I need to do. This is what I need to fix.
Yeah.
But then the basic things that you need to fix your finances are that you must, first of all, have a saving habit.
Okay.
And that's when we talk about learning to keep money. You can't invest what you don't have. And the first step to be able to get through all of this is to save.
Yeah.
And then secondly, you need to have a plan for your money.
Okay.
Not a lot of us in Nigeria or even northern Nigeria think that it's very important to plan for our money, but it is very important. You can't take budgeting for granted. You know, with your finances, you're not just thinking of now. You must always think of the future.
Yes. Wow, Christine, this is just, you're just throwing so much, and it's resonating, right? So thank you for that. I'm sure you all will agree with me that this was a fire episode. Hold on though, we're not done yet. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to enjoy a fantastic performance from an amazing artist. Stay with us.
I was there that night. Saw you cuddled up with her in your arms. How could you just be there while I watched? I ask you why. Why would you hurt me? Why would you lie? Was my love not enough for you? When I look in your eyes, I see doubt, I see tears, I see lies. Oh, I loved you, I cared for you. I thought that we could do what lovers do. I needed you in my life for all of time, but you lied and deceived. Now I ask you why. Why would you hurt me so? Why would you say all of those things you didn't mean? You said that you loved me, you said that you cared for me, but you lied and lied. I ask you why. Why would you lie? Why would you hurt me? I don't know what to say about that. I walked away so full of pain. Couldn't wipe the shame off of my face. My eyes were filled with tears so much I couldn't cry, because I knew who you were before this time. So I ask you why. Why would you hurt me so? I thought that the way you were before was stripped away. You said that I changed you, I made you a better man. I was such a fool to believe those lies. And so I remain at fault, because I knew better. I was told of your lying ways, but somehow I looked the other way. Oh, you're not the first, but you'll be the last that I ask why? Why would you lie? Why would you hurt me? Was my love not enough for you? I won't ask you why. I know why you hurt me so. I really don't need you in my life for all of time. You knew that I loved you. You knew that I cared for you. But you lied and lied. Now I don't care why.
You really felt like you were singing from the heart. Am I right about that?
I was.
Please share with us how that came about.
So the song is a heartbreak song.
Okay.
It's a typical breakfast song. I had my first breakfast experience. And immediately after I had that experience, I went to the studio to sing. The lyrics in the song literally are explaining everything that happened in that relationship.
Wow. So now, what's next? What's going on now? What can we expect to come?
I'm actually doing a lot of new music.
Okay.
I plan to drop my album sometime next month.
Nice.
I'll be having a show, and you guys can actually look out for my stuff online.
Okay, where?
On YouTube. I have a lot of songs on YouTube. And follow me on Instagram. E4, number 4, for everything.
Like THANG?
And E for my name, Ene.
Okay.
And then the number 4.
Yeah.
Everything with
right.
a double A, like everything.
Oh,
you know?
nice.
Yeah.
And then thank you so much for honoring us with your presence and for sharing your fantastic voice with us.
Thank you.
We hope to have you again sometime.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me.
Our
Thank you so
pleasure.
much.
No problem. Wow. Today's episode was absolutely amazing, and we hope that you have learned how to take charge of your finances by saving, by planning, by budgeting, by paying off your debts, and hopefully by learning to invest. I want to say thank you to our guests, Christine Vihishima and Mrs. Leah Katum Babatunde. Thank you to Ene for that fantastic performance. We were blown away. Special thanks to our sponsors, Worthy and the How Foundation. And last and certainly not the least, thank you to our viewers for tuning in and watching the episode. We trust that it was informative, educative, entertaining, and fun for you and your family. Remember, I'll be back again with another episode. So tell your friends, tell your family, call your neighbors, and let them know that HIRA with Ruby Gyang will be here again. Thank you. Say Anjuma. Bye-bye.